It's not easy to be a Christian, even if you are an avid reader of the Bible. And most people are not, we dare say. There's a big difference between reading and understanding. The Christian faith has a lot of ground to cover. It spans thousands of years, including God's laws and the history of the Hebrew people. It tells of Jesus' ministry and our salvation through his death and resurrection. And there is virtually endless amounts of theology to wrestle with, stretching all the way back to the early church. And of course, there's your church's worship practices, traditions, and the sacraments. Somehow we're supposed to absorb all of that, organize it in a clear and meaningful way, and then apply it to our lives as Christians in the modern world. And on top of that, we're also charged with passing on this understanding to our families. That's a tall order, and seems as though it would be very easy to get completely mixed up and lose our way. One might be tempted to decide it's easier to simply say that you are a Christian. Go to church regularly and then just leave it at that. That would simplify things. The good news is, this isn't a new problem. Christians have been struggling with how to be Christian for a long time. Martin Luther grappled with it extensively. During the Reformation movement, Luther observed people all over the country who claimed to be Christians, but had no idea what that meant. They could not recite basic prayers or explain central Christian beliefs. They did know that they should go to church, but that was not much help, as many of the priests did not seem to know much more than they did. Luther was also distressed to see his own theology, that we are justified by faith alone, was being used by priests to justify all sorts of abuse and liberties. Appalled by the state of things, Luther decided to tackle the problem head-on, the best way he knew how: writing. But what could he possibly write that could cover all the essential doctrine, beliefs, and practices of the Christian faith, using language that anyone can understand, and could also be used at home? Why, this little book here, the Small Catechism.